Come on, let's get to know your local NPOs, non-profit organizations. Come on, let's get to know your local NPOs, non-profit organizations.
Good evening and welcome to Getting to Know Your Local Nonprofit. I am Nate Dogg and it is Monday, March 13th at 6 p.m. right here on KZZH. And tonight we're going to be getting to know Betty Chinn Homeless Foundation. Betty is fond of saying that all she does on behalf of Humboldt County's homeless isn't her work, it's her passion. That passion was born in Betty's childhood when at an early age she spent 4 years homeless on the streets. Betty has received many awards, some of them being, in 2008, she won the Minerva Award. In 2010, she received the Presidential Citizens Medal. And Betty has also received commendations from China and is hailed as the Hong Kong Angel. At its core, Betty's mission has always been about doing for others what was never done for her, showing kindness and compassion to each individual, but most importantly, ensuring that they know they matter at least to someone. The mission of her foundation is to honor all of humanity by providing direct response to immediate needs and helping the homeless achieve the dignity needed to return to society as a contributing member. You can find Betty Chinn Homeless Foundation at 133 7th Street in Eureka, California. You can call her up on the phone at 707 407 3833, and you can find her online at Betty Chinn with two N's, bettychinn.org. And we do have Betty with us today. Thank you for joining us today, Betty.
Thank you for inviting me. Thank you.
Hey, it's a pleasure to have you here. And you're well known around these parts. We all know all of the great work you do. We're going to get to know a little bit more about all of that work and offer our listeners a chance for more information and to get involved if they are in need of services or if they want to help. So would you briefly start off by telling us a little bit about yourself and how and why you started the Betty Chinn Foundation?
Well, I'm Betty Chinn. I'm the mother of the two, and I'm a wife. And then I don't know why I doing this. I think this is great healing for my own self from what I happened when I was a kid. And then another thing, I'm so grateful this country, the kindness, and let me in here, accept me, and really kindness, the people I know, the people I don't know. When I first come to the United States, I always see anybody smile at me. I never see them smile at me before my age 11.
Wow.
And that is really affect me a lot. And also, this so free in here. You can go to the neighborhood, you can walk, you can run. Just as freedom. I find that most of the people doesn't understand the freedom. And I do. I'm very grateful for this. I can say whatever I want to say, and I want to do anything I want to do. And I'm so grateful. I think that's a major factor. And really bend me on what I'm doing today is not about me, about my gratitude for this country, for the people in the United States. That's what happened.
Wow, that's amazing. I really like how you mentioned that your work is like self-healing for yourself. Mm-hmm. It's a win-win, I guess.
Yes. Yeah, I don't like it. People always say you do so much, but the people always understand how much our client give to me too. So we go both ways, not one way.
Oh, that's beautiful. All right, let's delve into some of the services that your foundation offers. Can you tell us a little bit about the Betty Chinn Day Center? What is that and what happens there?
This is my 41 years now doing this kind of work. And then I used to feed the people and clothe them, whatever they need, and help them out, build a shower for them. But I cannot lift them up. I want to lift them up. Out the lifestyle. So we had a day center. We teach them a class for the computer class and teach them the plant flower, green, and training and detach the homelessness lifestyle. And then I want to help them fund themselves, their own ability, can support themselves. That's a gift in their heart that they never discover. And this is a time and help them to find job, the job they like, the job they can train in. And we have people like a 3-4 generation be homeless, never work. And this is the first time they can earn it and find their own dignity and earn something. I am somebody, I got paid. And I took the one man, is 42 years old, to the bank, deposit the first paycheck, and he feels so overjoyed. This is my check, Betty. I have my name on here. Kind of stuff, you know. That's what we do in the day center. We help them find the idea card, a computer class, write resume, looking for job, and then we look for job for them on the internet. And also we invite a local business come over to offer the job for any job offer to our client. And then that's called Pay for the Payday. We do every other month. And then the people can learn how to write a resume, how to dress themselves up, how to use the language. And we're very lucky. We even had parole officers come and tell them, say, even you commit a crime, you still know how to write a resume. It's overrun than what they commit the crime or whatever reason.
Right.
And teach the skill, mark interview, see how to talk to the people. And then that's how we do. And then actually the employer come to the day center, interview for them.
Wow.
And then by next day we will be get hired. We had a company from Ukiah always come, always hire anybody who want to work for them.
Wow.
Yes.
And
then they, when they save the money, they can stay in our village for a couple of months. They save money, then they can fund the house and they can live their own life. Yeah.
okay, so let's go there. Let's talk a little bit about that. The Betty's Blue Angel Village.
Yes. We invite anybody in. We had the room 10 by 10. And before COVID, we had 2 people share the room. Like now, because COVID, everybody want the room, unless the couples, they say we don't mind, and then they can share the room. We the only one allow the dog to come in. We had the people on probation, drug dealer, referred by the branch, like the DA asked me, can you housing somebody, the probation ask, can you do it? The mental health supervisor and SNL ask us, can you housing somebody to charge them? And then we take all these people, anybody come in except a sex offender or under age 18. Yes.
Oh, you take anybody except sex offenders and those under 18.
Yeah.
Okay. How many units, how many 10 by 10 units are there?
We had 20.
Wow.
We had 20, and then each room, they had the heater, they had the light, they charge the phone on the office. We had 24/7 staff, and we had people volunteer come in to do laundromat for them, mobile medical come in, and then they somebody come in teach you how to plant a flower and then clean up or something like that. We do not accept any our client donation or volunteer. I want them to focus on their own life. So when we had a volunteer come in and then talk to them, we have people who want to have different religions, meet with the pastor, priest, or whatever. We can arrange that for them too.
Wow. Wow. And I would assume that all 20 units are always occupied?
Yes, we are the only one take the dog.
And you take dogs?
Yes, we
Okay.
have one lady have 3 Chihuahua. Think about that. So fast. That's the only Chihuahua I scare, I tell you.
Okay, so they can stay in the Betty's Blue Angel Village and
Up to 3 months.
3 months. Okay, that was where I was going with that.
Mhm.
And then they can also go to the day center and get computer assistance, get job assistance, resume assistance, and may even get interviewed at the day center.
Yeah, and physical address. And then the physical address, normally they don't have a physical address. They can use our address for anything apply for. And then we had house and we had children program at the day center too.
And are these two places, the day center and the Angel Village, are they different from Betty's house?
Yes. So Becky's house is only for the family, like a two set the parent, the father with the kid, and then the mother or father with a teenage. Yes.
And how many units are in the Betty
We
house?
had 10 space for that 10 family. Can 4 lots family up to 7 people, and then others is for the 2 kids with the mom or 2 kids with the dad, something like that. Yeah.
Wow. And are all these locations close together? And if not, do you offer some sort of transportation for the folks?
No, we have 5 in here. So upstairs for the family shelter, and downstairs we for respite. We take the people discharged from a hospital. They have nowhere to go, and they can stay with us for 21 days. We try to help them get homes, or somebody do the chemotherapy and then can stay with us, or broken leg, a broken arm, and shares better. They stay more than 21 days, and then so we do that in there too. And then so right next to day center, and across the street from the day center is for women's shelter. The women's shelter I opened up during the COVID, and then we had a lot of abused women and dumb on the highway with the children and the human trafficking. And then we opened that shelter for that reason during the COVID. And then when the people there are no men in that area, they can have women with the children in there.
All right. This is amazing. It's so helpful, I'm sure, for all of these folks. Okay, so let's see. The next up is Betty's Annex.
That's for women's shelter.
That's the one you were just explaining.
That's for the women's shelter, yes. Across the street, yeah.
Okay. And the next up, the next service that you offer of the many is Betty's Showers.
Shower is we open Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. and we serving the breakfast. And then you can get clothes in there. You can get sleeping bag or blanket, and then after shower you can do that.
So you offer clothes,
Mm-hmm.
and this is Monday through Friday, 7 to 11 a.m.
Yeah.
And where is Betty's Shower located?
24 West, the street behind the female and the alley. In the Salvation Depot behind in the alley there.
And it just stays there? It doesn't move around?
No, this is permanent. At the front they built by Maria Stryver.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she gave me a funding to build that.
That is amazing.
Yes.
Let's go there for a second. Is it hard for you to get funding, and how do you get that?
I tell you what, I do everything. I don't take care of money, but we do have somebody donation, and the county or city provide some funding, and then the rest of the money is by a donation from our donation, really not from a local much, than from out the area. We come all the way from a foreign land.
Wow.
Foreign country, yeah.
That is a bunch of services that you offer: the Betty Chinn Day Center, the Betty's House, Betty's Blue Angel Village,
And
Betty's Annex, and Betty's Showers.
And respite, yeah.
And respite, wow. Let me ask you this. Has the recent weather affected the offering of your services, and if so, how?
Okay, now, one more service we have. I do the outreach.
Outreach.
I am out there this hour normal from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m., 11:30. I serve the people from Sand Dune all the way to Trinidad.
And what do you do?
The food?
Oh, food.
The food, dinner, yeah.
And where's that at?
From Sand Dune, Costa Bay,
Okay.
all the way to Trinidad.
Oh, wow. So you
I
do.
start from 6 o'clock until 11:30.
And how often do you do that?
Every day.
You do that personally?
Yeah, that's my heart. I want to do outreach. I want to see people. And then we are probably 75% out there has some sort of mentally ill or drug abuser.
Mm-hmm. And so you actually get to go to their homes and check them
No,
out.
they live outside. They live in the sand dune or outside the bushes.
Okay. I see what you're saying now. I was thinking that these were maybe people that you have helped already and housed already. But no, you actually go out to the street and hand food out, and you're able to. Well, that's cool because you're able to chat with them a little bit and see how they're doing, and maybe get more ideas of how better you can help them.
I'm more like a mom. Yeah, I'm more like a mom. Yeah, when they see mom come in, they happy and they remember take medication. Yeah.
Yeah. So again, back to the question: how has the recent weather affected what you do?
Well, I open a night shelter. Normally I open up from October to April, but this year is so bad. And I open up extra 25 bed for the people to come in, like a snow or ice or something like that, and raining. And some people doesn't like come in. They want to be out there. But I even sometimes the people who had the elderly or very fit medical need, I don't care if they like or not. I say you had to go in.
That's a mom move.
Yeah, I don't care. You know, I volunteer. I can say anything. I work for free. You know, I can say anything.
Right? Oh wow. Okay. Let's see, where else are we gonna go? Oh, what are some of the challenges that you have faced throughout your long career in helping others?
Challenge is I see the people suffer
Yeah.
and I cannot help them. They don't want to help. They don't want to. They still sleep sleep outside the sand dune or the bushes. And I cannot do anything. This, you know, before, if they are normal, like a stable normal, I say I kick your butt, get let's go. But they are not. I cannot do that. I cannot treat them like that. I have respect them that what they want to reach, you know, what they want to do. And I cannot do that. I have respect them. I have honor what they want to do. They all say, well, you know, that's something about my client. They say, I'm still user. I still have it drinking. Betty, I like out here. I want my freedom to drink it or use it. And I have respect them. That is very hard for me to see that happen.
Yeah.
That very hard. And then like until they drink themselves to die.
Mm.
You know, like somebody basically in the weather so cold, they don't want to come in, they drink in, and that end up to get killed, you know. And then that's heartbroken to see that. But that's really for me out of my control. But I had such a feeling because we build relationship in there. You know, like you know, I'm still the mom, and then I, it's hard for me to see they waste the life like that. And then mental health is a major challenger for me to see. I don't know what to do. That's why no matter how hard I work at the nighttime, I had to go out. At least they see me once a day and they remember they need to take medication.
Mm.
If they don't see me and they say, oh, I can skip my medicine, Betty not coming. You know, that kind of stuff. So when they do it, but I cannot tell them take medication. That's my boundary, you know. They have to do it. That's the law, you know.
Right.
That's very challenging for me. And right now to see the special this kind of weather.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm sure it's I really appreciate that the respect that you show all these folks, because the homeless, houseless don't often get the respect as
No.
just being a human being. Sure, they have problems. Sure, they've gone through issues and stuff like that, but that doesn't mean that they don't deserve respect.
Yeah, that's 100%. And but also I want to tell you something very important. When you begin and say, Betty, do anything, and then for the homeless, anybody will none. But I am not for. That's not for Betty. That's in President Obama say. What I say is my ways for the homeless. in the public. I am very grateful what you do today. You find a ways for them. You bring this issue up and really help them a lot, and the people understand them too.
Amazing. Just amazing. It warms my heart to know all of the hard work that you're doing. All right. So we're going to have a PSA for everybody. And I think you had mentioned the Pathways to Payday.
Yeah.
Are you looking for a job? Sign up for Pathway to Payday today. This unique and innovative free 4-day employment workshop series focuses on enhancement of application, resume and interview skills, and offers participants the opportunity to interview with real employers for real jobs. This free series will take place March 20th through the 23rd from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. each day at the Betty Chinn Day Center. Apply at the website uplifteureka.com or call 707-672-2253.
Yes.
All right. That sounds amazing. You want to tell us a little bit more about it?
Yeah, and then that's how they start doing a Pogo March at Vexen. In that time, remember way back 7 years ago, and there were playground that time. So we took a lot of the homeless people in our village in that time, and I look at them. Oh, they had ability. They are smart. Why are they not work? And I said, why are they not working? They can be work. And they want to work. And Betty, I watch you work so hard and for us, but we sit here nothing. And anybody say homeless, this and that. And then that's what I went to the city, talked to the city manager, great spot. And I said, can we do the programming to help the people to get the job? Let them fund themselves, support themselves. One people off my list. I don't have good for them. yeah. And so that's how they start. And then last few years now, even during the COVID, we had 100% get hired.
100%?
Yeah.
From the Pathway to Payday event?
Yes, every time. I tell you, when the employer, they're so surprised. So surprised these people were so eager to work. Yeah. And I had somebody work for Caltrans right now, and right now 6 months now promote be assistant manager.
Beautiful. What a great story.
I tell you, we really do it. I like them, like I tell them, I said, when they get everything for free, they have no value for their life. Wow. When they work, they know about their life, and then
sense of pride.
Yeah, 80% our employee here was Pogo March client or being homeless for many years.
Right.
And that's what they are really work hard, really want to do it, Yeah.
So Pathway to Payday, that's March 20th, lasts for 4 days. It's at the Betty Chinn. Is at the day center?
Yeah, at day center. And I made a very good lunch for them too.
Oh, what you got for lunch?
I made a good cook. I made the best cook for food for them to eat because I want to feel they are special.
I have no doubt that's everybody that you come in contact with, I'm sure feels special. You were just a beautiful person.
I don't treat them like a less than you and me.
Right.
Yeah.
And the Pathway to Payday 4-day event, is that strictly for the homeless community?
Anybody.
I
think anybody can work should be work.
I agree. Definitely.
I say I'm working. You say working.
And that PSA that we heard, the whole event is free to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's a good question. I'm not sure if I don't think I got to that. Do any of your services cost any money to those that are in need of your services?
No.
Not at all.
We don't want money. You know what? I had to tell you this. We are very lucky, and then we had the county really support me. They get me a cow first grant, and that's why I can buy a best food. The cow first, I can buy a best food. I always serving our people had the meat, the piece of meat they can see it, green salad, and fruit, and the bread.
Nice.
Always in that 4 group, make a very good lunch and dinner for them and a breakfast. Yes.
And okay, so none of your services cost any money, but are there any requirements that those in need would have to fulfill or go through before gaining your services?
No. If you know what, I had tell you this. If you come to our day center, you don't see any garbage bag or a homeless bed in around our building. You see zero. I call that respect.
Yeah.
Anybody ready to change, they come to me. But somebody not about to change, I send to the village. That's the place of training them. Detach the homeless lifestyle. They detach their lifestyle or learn about it and make your bed and put your clothes in a dresser and the food's not on the floor. You eat and you clean and wash your hand and that kind of stuff. We teach them a skill. We are return to society.
Are there, I think you had mentioned you have staff at the village. Is that correct?
Yeah, we have 24 staff there.
24/7 staff.
Yeah, 24 hours staff. Yeah.
And I know it's, if I am familiar with the place, I know it's not in the best of locations. How is security down there at the village?
Oh, good. We don't have any problem. We opened there for 7 years. Only one time called the cop remove somebody.
Huh. Okay.
Nobody do any stupid things in there. And I that's what I say. We respect. If you come to our center, sometimes come to visit me. None of the respect or anywhere smell pee or anything. We make it very clean because I want them to come in, feel clean, very open space. And then so that's something about us. And then the client keep it that way too.
Well, it sounds like you were getting the respect in return.
Oh, yeah, I did. We both respect, really good. That's what I feel about it. No money can pay me, no salary can pay me to do it. That's what I like volunteer. Yeah.
All right. You're getting your pay through smiles and respect and knowing that you're helping all of these people out get back on the path that they would like. And I know, and you kind of touched on it before. There are some in the homeless community who may not want help or may not want to leave the streets for any reason. Freedom is one of the reasons you said. I know that a lot of homeless folk have dogs, and it's really nobody takes dogs around here.
Except me. Yeah.
So do you run into that a lot where certain individuals do not want to get off the street or don't want your help?
Yeah, I go at 9 o'clock at night. See anybody want to come in, I can take you in. But some, because they think they still use it as drinking. When you go in any shelter, they don't want to drink. They were allowed to drink it. We are not a clean super house, but we don't want the people use the drug because it can affect somebody want to change about to change the lifestyle. And then we haven't found anybody, not myself, and use drug inside our village or anything. And that's what I call very respect for them to do that. But I tell you, every day I get the one out, go out the smoke pot. Not who would not smoke pot in Humboldt County? Yeah, yeah.
All right, I'm just going to leave that one alone. But okay, so would that be a requirement then for someone to stay at the village or at the Betty's house, is that they can't be drinking or doing drugs while they're there?
Right, yeah. That's all the way can help it because we had at the family soda, we had children. We don't want a kid around the drug. At the village, you can go out to smoke pot, and that's it. That's all I can do.
Right. Okay, but you can't do drugs and you can't be drinking.
Yeah, if they do it somewhere else, I don't see it. I don't see it. But I do not inside there. And then
And it sounds like you've never really had an issue. People are respectful of that rule.
No, you can call the police department or fire department. I never call and ask for help. We don't have problem.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. Absolutely.
Yeah, I really sister too. Anyway, I did tell all my clients, don't try their first. I know karate.
That's right. Don't mess with Betty Chinn.
Yeah, I tell them. We had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun. They need 11, I need 11.
All right, let's switch gears a little bit.
Mhm.
You have said that you are the middleman, and there are a lot of people in the community and organizations that help you out in providing your services. Can you tell us a little bit about those that help you out?
Well, I had the lady from Methodist Church. They come to help our client at the Village the laundromat. And then I had people help me make sandwich Tuesday. I had somebody help me do the lift up the heavy stuff. I get in the age, I cannot lift up any heavy anymore. And then I had a kid, high school kid come in, help me make peanut butter and jelly. I had people help me collect them. Some church donate the peanut butter and jelly to me. And the people call me in, Betty, you want a furniture? I say yes. Everybody stay with us and move in a house. We provide a whole household furniture, anything, from a bathroom to paper, tissue, to the kitchen, the living room, the bedroom. We provide everything, dinner table, anything. So that kind of people help me be this way. I know how to go and I know who I take. When I take donation, I don't take garbage. I take real stuff, clean stuff. I say, if you cannot, if junk, I don't want to get to them because they need to lift them up.
Right.
And brand new home and then something like that. And that's a group of people. I have very good community people and just believe in me and then help out. But again, that's what I say. All these years, without the people being there behind me or support me, wouldn't be this successful. But the funding is really, I'm grateful for county get me the funding to doing this too. I every penny I earn from the United States, I never take one penny home. I used to work for school for 26 years. My retirement, my social security, going to the homeless. But that's what I like. I had more than I want. When I come to this country, I had nothing. But now I had a house to live. I had a family. What else I need?
Wow. There's a special place in heaven for you, Betty.
I don't know, when you die, you die. Who knows where you go?
I like also that you said, you had to get a young person over to help you lift some heavy stuff. But that's after you told me, you watch out, I do karate. You can still do karate.
That's the elderly. The elderly can say anything.
Right. And a volunteer, apparently. And so I assume then that you partner with a bunch of local organizations, social services, healthcare providers, and stuff like that. Healthcare.
So I work at St. Joseph Hospital, open door, and sometimes with Arcata House, and then county is the major provider for me, and St. Vincent de Paul, the mission. We want to see how we all have our own policy, but somewhat we can do it. And lately, the Jefferson Project, Heidi, been baking some muffin for me because I had so many people come in for the night shelter, and he said, Betty, she baked me like a 4,000 muffin every night for this winter shelter. So that kind of really affect me a lot. I see a lot of love, unity in here.
Right. All right. So we're going to switch gears a little bit. First, we're going to hear a PSA, and I'm hoping that we will hear from some of your clients, some people who have
I don't know what happened to
your
them.
services. Let me check my email, make sure that they didn't. No, I sent them an email. Well, hopefully we'll hear from them. This is going to be a new segment of this program. I have been doing this program, Getting to Know Your Local Nonprofit, for a few years now. But I've always only talked to the organization, the nonprofit organization. And what's going to be happening in the future is this show will be going live here on KZZH every second Monday of the month. And I am the host for the first one. And I'm going to be handing off the hosting duties to Julian.
Okay.
And next month, he will be interviewing and getting to know the Humboldt Botanical Gardens. So stay tuned for
Yeah,
that.
oh, they are good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are good. Yeah.
Okay, so that's the reason I do this show. It's kind of in the similar vein. I don't want to pat myself on the back, but the reason I started this program is there are so many wonderful local nonprofits in our area that do so much good work for those in need. And a lot of people don't know about them.
Mm-mm.
And so I've learned a lot doing this show, learned a lot about the many local nonprofits that are here in our community. And I hope I've helped the community learn about the local nonprofits. That is the whole point of this program. But anyways, like I was saying, the new part of this program is going to be hopefully hearing from those who have received the services from the local nonprofit that we are talking to. And hopefully we will be talking to Jen and Tim about their experience getting
I
service.
tried to call them. I don't know what happened. I tried to call them, remind them. Yeah. But also, I do want to understand you too. When the people in that situation, they don't want to expose themselves because they're in a very nice stage right now. They had job, they had housing, and then they are afraid to expose them from too. I don't know.
I can understand that. I can totally understand that. And that's why I was how would I say? I was very particular about how, the kind of questions that I ought to be asking them.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure to hold on to that respect.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know what? Let's hear that PSA. I got another PSA for you.
Okay.
Life transitions are hard work. We all go through them, and we go through them together. For youth and families with disabilities, there can be lots of questions about life after high school, including work. There are so many possibilities. Come to the Humboldt County Transition Fair at the Sequoia Conference Center in Eureka on Friday, March 17th from 4 to 6 p.m. to learn about your possibilities. Snacks, activities, community, free. Sponsored by Humboldt County Office of Education, Redwood Coast Regional Center, and the Department of Rehabilitation.
Again, more organizations doing wonderful things for our community.
Yeah. We really do have a very nice people in this country, in the Humboldt County. Really do.
For sure. That's one of the first things I noticed when I moved up here about 15 years ago. The way I described it was when you walk down the street, people actually look at you in the eye and say hi.
Mm-hmm.
I'm from Southern California. They don't do that in Southern California.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, it's real welcoming up here, and everybody just gets to be themselves and do what they want, and I really like it up here. Okay, so enough about me. This is about you. Please tell us how we can support you, how the community can support you going forward.
Right now, I am doing a overnight shelter, emergency shelter. I need jackets. I need a hoodie, a sweatshirt, and then blue jeans. They can change because the weather. I run out every single jacket in here, and then we have people just walk in and ask for the clothes to change, and the glove and the gloves should be needed, and tarp is another one I really needed because it's so wet out there. They need a tarp to cover up the tent. So that's one thing I needed, and blanket. You don't have to get me a new one, just a clean one, because I had no time to wash.
Okay. They don't need to be new, but they should be clean.
Yeah, that's what I need. Yeah, and I really grateful you do this programming and bring up to the people, know about what the people doing, and so that you need at the Humboldt County. And then I feel very grateful you asked me to do this. And then hopefully next time when I talk to you, we have something new programming coming up.
Another program.
Yeah.
More services by Betty Chinn. I love it.
Yeah. So I don't know you heard about or not. We are going to build some permanent housing for the homeless because they had to pay the rent. because a lot of people got the job, they don't have to rent a toilet.
Mhm.
That they need a toilet, so somebody can rent you a place, so they can stay with that for a year, earn some toilet, and then they can rent a place. The rent's very low. It's not like a average in a proper manager rent. It's very low. They can afford it, but they need that toilet. So that's what we're gonna do right now. Yeah.
Are these going to be new buildings being made?
Yes.
Or
Rent manufacturing home.
okay. And how many units are you planning?
We can fit in like a 42 people. Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, so Betty Chinn needs warm clothes such as jackets, hoodies, sweaters,
Yeah.
jeans, gloves. She needs blankets and tarps.
Yeah.
Tarps. And they don't need to be new, but they should be clean.
Yes, yeah. I don't have time to wash.
And how does the community get these items to you?
Come to 133 7th Street, right next to the illegal police department.
Okay. And just drop them off there.
Mhm. We open Monday through Friday, 8 o'clock to 4 o'clock.
8 o'clock to 4. Okay. And I do assume you take donations?
Yes.
How can people donate?
Yeah, I tell you what, the people can donate canned food. You know, I go to Happy Camp. I deliver the food to Happy Camp. It's a big can we can use it for cooking. The small can we are go to bend over to from all the way to Happy Camp in that area or this area. I go to Viet too, and then we are next project is we gonna do the food. It's the food basket. We gonna pass out yeah. They can sign up and call us up.
So anybody can call you up and say they want to give you money.
Yes.
How about online? Is there a place on your website,
Yeah,
Betty?
we had the PayPal.
You got PayPal.
Yeah, we have PayPal. Yeah.
Okay, so if you are listening and you want to help Betty Chinn out with all of her wonderful work that she does, you can give her a call. Give them a call at 707-407-3833, or find them online at Betty Chinn, Chinn with 2 N's, bettychinn.org, and you can donate through the PayPal button, which is really cool.
Yeah.
How about volunteers? Do you take and or need volunteers?
I slowly opened up because of COVID. I did not have any volunteer. And then that's why myself and all my clients, 400 clients, had no COVID.
Wow.
We did not have anyone have COVID.
Nobody got COVID.
No, not even Betty. I couldn't believe it. I had no COVID, and I'm so proud of myself, you know. And then anybody come in, they do the COVID test, and then right now, so like it slowed down a little bit on the COVID, and then we do have someone can call in for volunteer, yeah.
What type of things do you need volunteers to do?
And I need people help me sort out the clothes.
Mhm.
I sort out the blanket. So I cut the table when they come in as what size, and then we can get one to them. I don't want them come in and dig in. I want to fold them up really nice for different sizes. They come in, choose their own color, own size. So that's I need somebody help me in that area. Yeah.
And what about providing the services like manning the shower or taking food out?
Or somebody want to do the haircut for the pathway to payday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we can use the hair. Somebody do the haircut, and then that's really neat. Right now, open up, I can see more faces. But during the COVID last few years, very much myself and the client.
Oh, but that's all changing now, right?
Yeah, changed a lot.
Okay.
And then also, I'm so proud of myself. I know COVID. I'm more or less. I don't wear a mask anymore.
It feels good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Are there any requirements or certifications that a potential volunteer would need to go through?
No, just use your own talent, your own passion. That's that. You tell me what you want to do, or you can come in to read the story to the kid too.
I like the idea of the barber. That
Yeah.
makes sense because you're giving them, you're offering nice clothes and job opportunities.
Yeah.
Hair is important.
Yeah, and a beer, save the beer, and look so much it come back. Oh,
You like
and
my
look
yeah?
so different.
I wouldn't get hired anywhere with this thing.
No, not that one. And that's what I'm saying. Really lift up your spirit. Really lift up your spirit when you get a haircut. You
Totally.
know. Mm-hmm.
Well, again, it's like having a job. It's a sense of pride.
Mm-hmm.
What is the intake process like for those seeking your services? We already determined that it's free. There are no requirements, but how do people sign up or say they need help?
Well, when they come to sign up, and then we do intake for the sex offender, but we only had a certain hour for them to use our service. They can do from 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock, and they can use our computer, look at writing, looking for a job and housing. We help people do application for Section 8 housing too,
Oh,
and
wow.
the job, and also do all the housing application too. We do that. And then just like that, they can
Okay.
use any, yeah.
See, okay, what are some, if there is, well, we already talked about the Pathway to Payday, but are there any other classes, workshops, or events that you have coming up?
We had a budget money when I teach the people how to budget money, save money, and then we're gonna have a parenting skill classes coming up. We had therapy group. We had therapists come in to help the people to group or individual counseling.
Hmm.
And then they are licensed, and then they just take a Saturday and Sundays off, and they just come to help out. They had a group meeting to help people how to release the anger, anxiety, and that kind of stuff. And then we had an individual. We had a lot of mental ill in our place right now. We do. And then they are the one need a stable place to stay. And when they're on the medication, we hook them up with the county service, and then they go on the right direction. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so we got budgeting money workshop, parenting skills, and you also have therapy. Are all these happening at the center?
Yes.
Okay. And I have written down here something about winter emergency food bags.
Yes, we do that too.
What is that?
Well, the people just come in and they say they are hungry, and then that's why the canned food donation. I made a little bag, um, like a food bag for them. I cannot get them a lot, otherwise on the street, you know, and you cannot get them. I let it they come in every day instead of take a whole bunch. I don't see you at all, otherwise on the street. Get them some sandwiches, a drink, that kind of stuff. And then if they leave the camp, then we can get them a little bit more because it's kind of distant. Yeah.
All right. We are coming up on the end. We have a few more minutes.
Okay.
If you could tell us about one special story that keeps you going, or that you think of every once in a while, that one special story or a person or something that has happened throughout your work that you really hold on to.
I had somebody, 70-some years old, somebody called me. We had a 70-some years old man, very sweet, very nice. Can you find a place for them to stay? I said, sure, go to the village, right? So she came in, and he's a very nice guy and very sweet. Hi, Mr. Betty, all kind of stuff. And then we do loan check every week for the people, make sure they do what they need to do to detach the lifestyle. So when they do the first week, the loan check, and they said, Betty, very smell. I said, anytime you smell anything, let Betty do it. You're not gonna do it. So I went down there, I opened the room, this old man sit in the bed, in the front of the bed, 7 pile of poop.
Oh no.
In a corner there, all the clothes with the pee.
Oh no.
And I said, okay, you go out, let me come to clean up. So I went in there, and he keeps saying, I'm sorry, Miss Betty, I'm sorry, and almost want to cry. What I can do? I said, okay, you hold up the garbage can, the bed, let me clean them up. So I clean up anything, and then he's crying and I really apologize and all this sense. And I said, that's okay, but don't do it again, okay? And next 3 weeks, never one pee in the room. But the room he stayed, I had to turn it upside down the floor. Every bed had to change. The bed had to put them away. It's so soaked with the pee and pop. But what I'm thinking about that stuck on me is I completely imagine and about the homeless, mentally ill. Deep inside them, they have sense of goodness. They know what's right or wrong. After that, he never did and still apologize. And he knows that's wrong, but he cannot help it. He doesn't live the lifestyle or the mind like you and me.
Mm-hmm.
And then he tell his psychiatrist, say, I never see anybody love me so much and clean up my poop.
That's unconditional love.
But I say, but see that teaches me the lesson to understand their mind is a great value for me from a years later to help with the homeless, mentally ill people. I stuck on me every time I see that and remind me that I say, I learned something from that guy. So that is something stuck on me for a long, long time. And whenever I see somebody do anything in that area, I think about they and I not the same mind and not understand, and he cried and he know that was wrong, but he doesn't think what we think.
Right.
And I say, he's just like a little kid. Yeah. That is the beautiful thing for I be witness. Yeah.
I'm sure you have many, many more stories of all of the people that you have helped. And I mean, I can only imagine the warmth that you bring to others and how they feel about it. I'm just really glad we have somebody like you out there doing that work.
But also, you remember, they helped me too.
Yes.
Okay? Remember that, okay?
I remember, I used to be a teacher, and yeah, that's what I always said. If I teach them, but they're actually teaching me.
Yeah. We both benefit. Yeah.
Well, that's a good thing. That keeps you going. That
yes.
Because you're not only working all day, helping out these folks that are in need every night.
Yep.
7 nights a week, you're out there.
Yep.
Delivering food to those in need.
But I feel good.
I bet.
Nobody hungry.
You never take a day off.
No.
You don't have a volunteer who comes and helps you out or does it for you because
No.
you want to do it yourself.
Yes. I work probably 23-hour a day. Wow. 23-hour a day, and I sometimes 24 hours, but I do need a 15-minute take a shower every day. That's it.
Well, okay, yeah, it is nice that you take 15 minutes for yourself. That's very nice of you, Betty.
It's a fun. You know what? I tell you what, I wouldn't change my life for anything for this. It is such a great way to see the human nature. And how they behave and change, really good. I mean, really, really. And I really enjoy it each day, and I never feel any burden on me or weight on my shoulder. Thank you.
You are an amazing person. I'm feeling good just listening to you.
I want you to come to visit me sometimes.
I think I'm going to have to.
Yeah, then you can see what am I doing. I don't want just talking. Talk is cheap. I want you to see it.
I couldn't have said it any better, Betty Chinn. Talk is cheap. Show me.
Yeah.
All right. Unfortunately, we didn't get to hear from Jen and Tim. Hopefully we can at another point. I'd really like to hear the other side of the story here. But until then, before we head out, can you remind us how we can get in touch with you?
You can call me anytime, Monday through Friday, as 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. at 707-407-3833. I'm here. I answer anybody's phone call. If you call me, I'm not here, I return your phone call.
Wait, you don't even have a volunteer? You don't even have a volunteer to answer the calls for you? You do that too? Amazing. Amazing person. I need to get out there and do more now.
Penny will come to visit.
All right.
Okay.
I will. All right, Betty
Thank
Chinn,
you.
this has been Getting to Know Your Local Nonprofit. I am Nate Dogg. We have been getting to know Betty Chinn and the Betty Chinn Homeless Foundation. Once again, you can find her physical location if you are in need, especially at 1337 7th Street in
Yes.
Eureka, California. You can give her a call at 707-407-3833, and you can find her online at bettychinn.org. That's Chin with 2 N's, bettychinn.org. Betty, thank you from the bottom of my heart for all the work that you do for our community, and thank you especially for being here with us tonight.
Thank you. You are wonderful.
Not as wonderful as you, apparently, but
Okay. Thank you.
have a good night, Betty. Thank you.
Bye.
Come on, let's get to know your local NPOs, nonprofit organizations.
And I almost forgot to let listeners know, so keep it here on KZZH, because next from 7
Come
to
on,
8,
let's get to know
we're going to hear Living with Your Dog.
your local
Talking about
NPOs,
patriots.
nonprofit organizations.